Hello and welcome to Turning Point. It is India versus Bangladesh, an encounter that has had its own set of sparks over the years. And who can forget 2007? Well, Dravid, he certainly won't. And his team will be out today to set that right. India and Bangladesh are set to face each other at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium in Pune. This is match number 17 of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023. While India comes in this match on a high after beating their arch rivals Pakistan in the most convincing fashion, the only other unbeaten side apart from New Zealand, with 3 wins out of 3, while Bangladesh, on the other hand, might have begun on a positive note, but by beating Afghanistan in their opener, but suffered back-to-back defeats at the hands of England and New Zealand and will be desperate to make a statement in today's match. India's current form suggests that they are the outright favourites to win the match and set up a mouth-watering showdown against the Blackcaps on Sunday. But when you take a look at the last 5 matches between India and its eastern neighbours, India have only managed to win 2, while Bangladesh have 3. Can India dominate the Bangla Tigers? That is the question. Or will Bangladesh cause yet another upset of the 2023 ODI World Cup? Both the teams have walked out for the toss. We'll get you that update in just a short while from now. Joining us right now are Rakesh Rao, senior sports journalist, Sabah Karim, former Indian cricketer. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Let me get this out of the way before we start the discussion. Are we going to witness the Nagin dance today or not?
No. We are not going to see any Nagin dance. I'm quite clear that this is a big game and India is going to really come hard at Bangladesh. And India has enough reasons to do so.
You see India in prime form, Osama. I don't see any upset in the offing. India has got an approach which is a perfect blend of aggression and balance.
Yeah.
And I think that is why India has till now has ticked all the boxes.
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma leading from the front, such a bold approach from him. He has set a template which the others have successfully followed, not only in batting but also in bowling. And that is why I feel that India is hot favourite to win this encounter. And more importantly, we don't talk about it, is our fielding effort. Look at the other top sides.
Yeah.
Some of the strong fielding sides have floundered,
yeah,
but not India. I think India has been exceptional on the field, in outfielding, and even in catching.
Yeah, and imagine a team like Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, they've been dropping it by half a dozen at least, if not dozens.
Some of the catches may have been dropped because of the color of Rakesh Rao's t-shirt. The bright color,
I'm representing the right country, yeah.
I'm also, look at me, I'm also bleeding
absolutely
blue.
bleeding blue.
All the 3 of us, it's a different shade of blue.
Yeah, very much.
Well, as far as the toss is concerned, Bangladesh have won the toss and they will bat first. Your reactions, gentlemen?
Good for us.
Good for us?
Good for us because we are going to chase it down there. See, we do talk about the high altitude of, Pune and a lot of 4s and 6s being hit. But I think Indians would love to chase there, number 1. Number 2, given the kind of strength that we have, I think it's time that we were actually, see, in the first 2 games, if you see, 2 for 3, our bowlers, our batters came good. 152 for 2 Pakistan, 155 for 2 bowlers came good. So both sides of these 2 aspects have seen that they can be put under pressure. But I think it's time that Indians actually felt the pressure of the big games ahead. And there's nothing quite like beating a team which you have to beat. Yeah. For me, all 9 teams, all other teams are equal. I'm not saying that you beat a lower ranked teams and then, put more pressure on you to say that, no, we got to beat those who are aspiring to be in the semi-finals. I think all games will give you 2 points. So I think Indians will be very happy with this, that, okay, we are here to chase and we are going to chase it down.
And in fact, this is what the bowling coach Praveen Mamre also mentioned, that none of the teams are to be taken lightly. Sabah bhai, what is your reaction? Would you have batted first on the surface, or do you think it's an okay decision for India as well?
For Bangladesh, this is on expected lines, and I think India would have also opted to bat first because they won the last 3 games while chasing.
Yeah.
It is not a bad idea to bat first on on a belter of a track. That is what is expected at this Pune strip, which also means that in the second half there will not be any trace of dew.
Yeah.
That's another reason why teams prefer to bat first here. But having said that, I think India is in very strong position. I think the best part about Indian bowling contingent is that all of them are wicket-taking bowlers. And Rohit Sharma has got so many options at his disposal, especially in the middle overs. If you can rotate your bowlers in the middle overs, which means that you're always trying to attack to pick wickets. And I think that is so essential for a side like India to do well. And I think India have been able to bundle out the other teams on kind of a meager score because of this kind of cushion which Rohit Sharma has.
Absolutely. And another important point to be made here is Shakib Al Hasan. He's not going to be playing today. He suffered an injury. That's a big blow for Bangladesh.
Yes, because Indians have been troubled by a lot of these left armers.
Yeah.
And even if you see the stats, you take an off spinner, you take a leg spinner, you take a left arm spinners. Indians end up getting out. I mean, Indians normally give their wickets to left armers.
Yeah.
So I think it's one less to deal with. But having said that, I still feel that that this is a huge blow for like Bangladesh, because they depend on Shakib for more than just one reason.
Yeah.
He can bat, he can bowl, he can also lead in a certain way, and like his inputs and his understanding of a game situation, that is more than any other
Bangladeshi.
Bangladeshi. So I think yes, that's a huge blow for the side.
At one point of time, isn't it, Rakesh? He was the number one all-rounder.
All-rounder in the world, yes.
And without
Absolutely.
Shakib, which also means with Shakib in the 11, they bat deep. But now without him, that's another area to be exploited for India.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do believe, I mean, if we can discuss a little bit on Bangladesh, the composition of the Bangladesh side. Even with Shakibul in the 11, they only have 5 bowlers. They have 3 pace bowlers. They have Mustafizur, Shoriful Islam, and they have Taskin. They play Mehdi Hasan Miraj and Shakibul Hasan. They don't have any 6 bowling option. So that's one area of concern for them. And secondly, I don't know, for some inexplicable reason, why do they play the main batters so low down the order? What is Mushfiqur Rahim doing at number 6?
Low down.
What is Mahmudullah doing number 8?
Yeah, number 8?
I just don't dig it. I mean, what kind of planning is this? That's one of the biggest reasons why Bangladesh has not done well in this World Cup so far. You got to get your main batters in as soon as possible, so that they have more opportunity, more time to adjust to the conditions, and then score big.
When it comes to India, they have fielded the same side that they fielded against Pakistan. There are no changes. Shardul Thakur retains his place. What do you have to say about that?
So the obsession with Shardul Thakur continues. What more to say? I'm disappointed, because I expected that Indians would at least give an opportunity to somebody like Shami. And if they have, and then if you still have to play Shardul, I think you give some rest to Hardik. Replace Hardik with Shardul, get him into the playing 11 if you so desire, then at least you have one spot vacant. Now there you can play around it. Either you can have you can have Ashwin, or you can have Shami. And again, this thing about we need one extra batter at number 8 and all. Yes, I can understand that, because our tail is far too long, but at least against a team like Bangladesh, we could have taken a chance.
We've had so many conversations regarding this with Sababhai also.
But you know what, Rakesh? I'll give you the team management's perspective.
All right.
All of us agree that this is Rohit Sharma's 11.
Yes.
This is Rohit Sharma's team.
Right.
Number one. Number two, this is Rohit Sharma's template to bat in a very aggressive manner right till the end.
Yes.
That is one reason why he needs that extra batter at number 8, whether it is Shardul Thakur or R. Ashwin, depending on the condition. We have seen
on
that.
the pitch. Yes.
Okay. Number 3, I've said 2, isn't it? So number 3 factor is that he wants Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja also to bat in a similar manner, the way Rohit Sharma is doing. And for that to happen, you need to have some kind of cushion at number 8. That is the reason why Rohit Sharma persists with either Shardul Thakur or R. Ashwin. If Mohammad Shami has to come in, it may happen at a later stage. If Mohammad Siraj or Jasprit Bumrah, hopefully they don't struggle if one of them are injured, or if they want to take a break. But this is the kind of balance, this is the kind of composition Rohit Sharma believes in, and he wants to persist with it. So I think, I also agree with you. I also agree with you. I would love to see Mohammad Shami in the 11 in place of Shardul Thakur, because I feel that the kind of batting we have, that should suffice. Against even top quality sides. And second point, Rakesh, is that you don't make team for a team like for one game. You build a side, you build 11 for the entire tournament.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's the only point
Yeah.
I'm trying to make here.
Yeah, but then at the same time, if you have plan A, I understand. Plan A is very clear.
Yeah.
What about plan B? I mean, if you can't even give game time to your, to individuals like
That may
Shami
happen,
and this
Rakesh.
one, even against Bangladesh, and when you can give rest, I'm saying you still have after today's game, you have 5 more games. So I said, why don't you experiment? Are you going to
Rakesh,
save it?
is it also to do with...
But contrary to that is that all those whom you have played, even Shardul Thakur hasn't had a decent run so far.
Yeah.
So that is
No,
why
I agree. But then has he made an impression? I'm saying on the 2 overs, you have just
got opportunity. That is why we come back to the last game. My point here, and I agree with you. My point is here. Against Pakistan, Rohit Sharma used Hardik Pandya as a third seamer.
Yes.
If you're using Hardik Pandya as a third seamer, then in my opinion, there is no space for Shardul Thakur, which means that he comes as
Pretty
a
clear.
fourth
Yeah.
seamer.
Yeah.
Then you get Mohammad Shami, who can be a third seamer or second seamer if required.
second.
Is it
If
also to
needed,
do with
if
the
needed.
fact that you don't want to, you basically don't want to change the playing 11 that has been winning, and you don't want to mess with the winning combination that you have?
No, nothing like that.
That,
sir.
of
No,
course,
that
is a
is
very
long gone.
worn out theory.
It all depends on the
Yeah,
condition.
yeah.
And I think India is very intelligent and smart enough to understand that, and they would make the 11 not only in this game but also going forward.
Correct.
Basically dependent on
agree.
the condition.
Talking about Bangladesh, they're one of those teams who wouldn't play great cricket all year and then turn up with their best performances against India. Are you at all worried about the fact that they might come up with their best game today, or
Possible.
do you think the kind of form that India is in at the moment, it is going to be a cakewalk for Team India?
See, it's like Afghanistan reserving its best against Pakistan, right? If you see the record, Afghanistan has troubled Pakistan.
Or Netherlands against South Africa.
Against South Africa. But then that cannot be taken as a kind of a law.
Yeah.
It has happened, and this is something that we can just consider and just leave it there. But the point is, on a given day, Bangladesh has come, of course, very hard against India, hard at India. But then at the point, but Indians will have to raise the bar this time. I mean, 5 games, 2-3, that record doesn't look too good. But I don't think players necessarily get carried away, or they even remember that that they have to they have a certain track record to improve upon. They don't. Like 8-0, 7-0 is something that because the media has bombarded it so often that everyone in this country knows that we have improved our record against Pakistan from 7-0 to 8-0, but not 3-2 against like Bangladesh, or rather 2-3. So we are responsible to a large extent. But yes, having said that, I think Bangladesh is a good side. You cannot underestimate that side, because a side that plays without experiencing any pressure, they have very little to lose, and then they go for your throat. So that is what Bangladesh does. But then again, I feel that this is a big stage, and India, being a stronger team playing at home, holds the edge. And I think this is the first time Bangladesh is being hosted by India in an ODI in 25 years.
Yeah.
That was a very startling piece of stats for me.
I still want Bangladesh to play the best game, but I do expect India to win, even if Bangladesh plays the best game. And how can they play the best game, Osama? They can play the best game if they can post 265, 270 on board, batting first. This is a wonderful opportunity for them. And then hope that the wicket slows down.
Correct.
If the wicket slows down, that's when their bowling becomes much more stronger. So you have Mustafizur Rahman, Shoriful Islam, both left-arm seamers. Great variations. Plus they have Mehdi Hassan Miraj, very capable right-arm off spinner. All they will miss Shakib Hassan, but I'm sure they'll get another left-arm spinner who will be quite handy against India. So that's the kind of template they would have in mind. But for that to happen, they need to get that score above 250.
They've got Naseem Ahmed back in the
270.
team.
Who is that?
Naseem Ahmed. He has replaced Shakib Hassan.
So that's what I'm saying. So and I think for that to happen, Mushfiqur Rahim needs to bat up the order. Mahmudullah has to come up the order, and they would hope that Litton Das fires against India.
I want to get back to the Shardul Thakur debate, and do you also feel that the exclusion of somebody like Ashwin, we were not considering him in the first place, but do you feel his exclusion also has to do with the dimensions of the ground, or do you think it's a completely different?
It's just the wicket.
It's
just the wicket. I think on a flat track, Rohit Sharma has more faith in Shardul Thakur, because at times we underrate Shardul Thakur. Shardul is a very crafty bowler. He's a very intelligent bowler. And if you look at his track record, especially in the middle overs, that's when Rohit Sharma generally operates with Shardul Thakur.
Yeah.
He's always got wickets. He's an intelligent cricketer.
Yeah.
And he has his own ability. He knows how to utilize those variations. And as I said, I think Shardul Thakur has done quite well whenever India needs to break a partnership,
Yeah.
and that's where he comes in extremely handy. So that is why Rohit Sharma still feels that Shardul Thakur is a key member of this side.
Also, the fact that there was some drizzle last evening in Pune. Gentlemen, do you think that will have any effect on how the ground plays today?
Not really. I don't think so. Even
It's
if
hot
it
today,
has
isn't it?
any
It
other
is.
this
It's
thing, I
dry
think,
and hot.
yeah. But then I think the Indians are going to make use of that surface. So I think our bowlers will have that advantage. But I don't think that has anything to do with that drizzle. I would like to see the Indians, at least doing their job in the sense that they will be hit for fours, no problem.
Yeah.
But then take your catches. For me, that is one area which has pleased me no end. That is so far the Indian fielding has stood up. Otherwise, I feel that, a lot of hard work of the fast bowlers especially, that goes, not exactly, like wasted 100%, but a lot of their efforts go in vain when the catches are not held in the slip area. Especially.
Seldom, Osama, we talk about an attacking mindset from the bowlers.
Yeah.
I think that is why Rohit and Rahul Dravid have insisted of the past year and a half to have this kind of combination. They need to have attacking bowlers in the 11. Bowlers who can pick them wickets with the new ball in the middle overs and even in the end overs.
Yeah.
I think that is why there's a very strong bowling contingent. No wonder India waited for Jasprit Bumrah to get fit, because with Jasprit Bumrah back fit and in good form, it kind of solves all the puzzle for India.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take a short break. India and Bangladesh in Pune. Bangladesh have won the toss. They have elected to bat first. We'll be back with more. Welcome back. We are tracking the India versus Bangladesh match. Bangladesh have won the toss. They are going to be batting first. We are in conversation with Rakesh Rao and Sabah Karim. Gentlemen, I also want to talk about Virat Kohli. All eyes would be on Virat because he has an average of 67 against Bangladesh. He has a strike rate of 101 in the last 15 matches. He would be chasing on this ground. How do you see that panning out?
Well, Osama, just one thing. When was the last time when you saw that the focus was not on Virat? he walks in and, it is then, that's the beginning of the Virat show. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, yes, see, for him, again, it doesn't really make any difference whether he has an average of 101 or he's got 60 odd or whatever. The point is that when he goes out there, he wants to finish the match. Every time he goes and chases, whether he's a captain or not, his job is to finish the job. So I think he'll be there with the same kind of, I hate to use the word intent, but yes, his intention would be to go and finish the match. And of course, the crowd comes for him, and they would love to see, Virat there when the match ends. But yeah, I mean, there is no question of expecting anything other than this from Virat, because he goes there with a purpose and he knows what is there, what lies ahead of him. So I think it is just another day at work for him.
So, reminds me of a wonderful quote, Osama. Learning conquers or mitigates fear of failure.
Wow.
That is what Virat Kohli is all about.
Yeah.
He's always trying to evolve as a player, always trying to learn. I think that is why he's got no fear of failure whatsoever. Even in the dark phase when he wasn't scoring runs, look at his facial expressions. Look at the way he would enjoy. Look at his work ethics. Whether you're scoring double hundred, whether you're scoring zero, his work ethics remain the same. On the field, off the field, and I've seen him from close quarters. So no wonder even now. I mean, he holds such an important role for the Indian side and for India to go on to win this World Cup. I hope and pray that Virat Kohli remains in a happy space and keeps scoring runs for India.
Absolutely, and another player who has been doing really well for Team India is Captain Rohit Sharma. Gentlemen, just one quick word on how do you see his approach to this game and in general, the kind of ultra-aggressive approach that he has taken in the last 1 year. Do you see it is also to do with the fact that India has a very settled middle order and he can afford to play like that?
So Rohit has kind of set the template now for India, and I think he's an intelligent captain. He's a very calm captain.
Yeah.
And I think the most notable feature of Rohit Sharma is that he understands the demands of modern white ball cricket, and he feels and he believes that to win the World Cup, India has to have this kind of an approach. That is why I'm not only talking about the 11. Outside the 11, whom do you have? You have Ishan Kishan, you have Surya Kumar Yadav.
Correct.
That's the kind of player he wants in his 15, and he wants to persist with this kind of template. Aggression, not only in bowling but also in batting, and I think he has set the tone by playing like this, and I'm relishing this kind of a phase of Rohit Sharma. He sets the pace, beat pace bowlers, beat spinners. Look at the way he handled the Afghan spinners. Look at the way he handled the Pakistani pace bowlers.
Absolutely.
I think that's fabulous to watch.
Absolutely.
That is why I think India has set a benchmark. The others are still trying to emulate.
Yeah. Before we end this show, I quickly want to get your top 5 picks of this match. If we can have that on screen, please.
So my top 5 picks is not because I believe they should get runs or do well. My top picks is I want them to perform now. Shubman Gill back from dengue. I want him to do well because such a key player for India. And I put in Shreyas Iyer. I want him to get many more opportunities. Such a great player for India now.
Well,
and then
Ashwin
I put in Ashwin is not playing. I was hoping for Ashwin to get a look in. For Bangladesh, Shakib is out. So Liton Das. I think Liton Das would be a important member for Bangladesh.
And Rakesh Rao, who are your top 5 picks of this match?
Well, I would love to see I would love to see Shubman among the runs big time. For me, that is big. That is important. Like going forward, I'd like to see him to do well. And among the Bangladeshis, none.
All right. Well, you heard them. Shubman Gill to do well. That is what both these gentlemen want to do. Hope that happens. And we'll slip into a short break. It is India versus Afghanistan. We'll hope to see India make it 4 out of 4 and then go on for that New Zealand match.